Daniel Carter sat in the hospital waiting room. Plastic chair, cold lights, silence, folder on his lap, unopened. Test results inside. Pancreatic cancer screening. Same disease that killed his wife 2 years ago. He couldn't open it. Not yet. Around him, families waited. Couples. Kids. He was alone. Then he heard whispers behind him. Urgent. Is he alone? Yes. Should we? We have to. Daniel turned. 3 little girls stood there. Identical. 7 years old. Blonde curls, pink dresses, triplets. Excuse me, the tallest one said. We need help. What's wrong? Daniel asked. Can you pretend you're our father? Just for a few minutes. Daniel blinked. What? Please. There's a lady looking for us. If she finds us alone, she'll take us. Who's looking for you? You ran away? The second girl nodded. Our parents died 3 months ago. Car accident. We've been in foster care together. The third added. But today, they told us we're being separated tomorrow. 3 different families. We can't be apart. The first said, We're all we have. All 3 stared at him, desperate. Please, they whispered, just say we're yours. Before we continue, please tell us where in the world are you tuning in from? We love seeing how far our stories travel. Daniel should say no, should call someone, but he saw himself in their eyes. Lost, alone, scared. Sit down next to me. Don't say anything. The girl sat quickly, one on each side, one in the middle. Seconds later, a woman in a suit entered, ID badge on her hip. Social services. She scanned the room. Eyes landed on them, started walking over. The girls pressed closer to Daniel. He put his arm around the nearest one. The social worker stopped in front of them. Excuse me. I'm looking for 3 girls. Triplets, 7 years old, blonde, pink dresses. Daniel's heart pounded. Perfect description. Just me and my daughters, Daniel said calmly. What? 3 girls ran from a group home this afternoon. That sounds serious, but these are my daughters. The woman looked at the triplets, then at Daniel. Your daughters? Yes. All 3 triplets. She studied them. May I see identification? I don't carry birth certificates everywhere. Your ID then? Daniel pulled out his wallet, handed over his license. She examined it. Daniel Carter and these girls, Emma, Lily, and Sophie. The names came from nowhere. The social worker looked at each girl, and their mother passed away 2 years ago. The girl stayed silent. The woman's expression softened slightly. I'm sorry. She handed back his license, gave him a card. If you see 3 girls matching this description, call immediately. Of course. She walked away. Daniel counted to 30, then looked at the girls. Okay. Someone explain. The tallest one started crying. Thank you. Thank you so much. You lied to her. I lied to her. We could be in serious trouble. We're sorry, the second girl said. We didn't know what else to do. The third added, Who are you, really? We're Emma, Lily, and Sophie Hayes. We really are 7. Our parents really did die 3 months ago. No other family? None. Mom and Dad were both only children. Grandparents all dead. So, you've been in foster care together at Riverside Group Home. It was okay. We were together until today, Emma said. Mrs. Patterson called us into her office. Lily continued. So they found families for us. 3 different families, Sophie finished. In 3 different cities, Emma added. We leave tomorrow morning. We'd never see each other again. Daniel stared at 3 faces, identical, terrified. So you ran? We had to, Lily said. We've never been apart, Sophie added. Not for one day in our whole lives. Emma finished. Daniel looked at the folder in his lap. Test results he was too scared to open. Then at 3 girls who just changed everything. You can't stay here. He'll come back. Check cameras. We know, Emma said quietly. Where will you go? All 3 looked at each other, then back at him. We don't know, Lily whispered. We just ran, Sophie added. No plan. Daniel closed his eyes. This was insane. He should call the social worker. Get these girls help, but then they'd be separated. 3 kids, orphans. All they had was each other. Just like he'd had nothing after Rebecca died, except he'd had memories, photos, a life lived. These 3 had nothing but each other. How did you get here? Daniel asked. Bus. We saved allowance money, $12. Bus was $3 each. We had $3 left over. You just wandered into this hospital. We saw you through the window, Emma said, sitting alone, looking sad like us. We thought maybe you'd understand, Lily added. Please don't call her, Sophie begged. Please don't send us back. Daniel looked at 3 desperate faces, made a decision that terrified him. Come on, we're leaving. Where? Emma asked. My house, just for tonight. Tomorrow we figure this out properly. All 3 stared shocked. Really? Lily breathed. Really? But move fast before they check cameras. Mr. Carter. A nurse appeared. Ready for your results. Daniel looked at the folder, then at 3 girls who needed him now. The results could wait. I need to reschedule. Family emergency. Are you sure? The doctor wanted to discuss. I'm sure. I'll call tomorrow. He stood. The girls stood with him. Let's go. Stay close. Act normal. They walked out together for strangers, bound by one lie. Outside, the evening air was cold. Daniel led them to his car. Old sedan, get in quickly. The girls scrambled into the back. Daniel started the engine, pulled out. Nobody spoke for 5 minutes. Then Emma asked, Are you really helping us? Daniel gripped the wheel. For tonight? Yes, you're safe. Why? Lily asked. You don't know us. Daniel glanced in the mirror. 3 identical faces. Hope mixed with fear, because someone should have helped me when I needed it, and nobody did. 20 minutes later, they pulled into his driveway. Small house, nothing special, but clean. This is home, Daniel said. The girls followed him inside. Living room, couch, TV, normal but covered in dust, unlived in. When did your wife die? Emma asked quietly. 2 years ago. How did you know? You said at the hospital, and you look like we feel empty. Daniel's throat tightened. Sit down. Are you hungry? All 3 nodded. He went to the kitchen, opened the fridge. Not much. Bachelor life. He made sandwiches, brought them out with juice. The girls ate like they were starving. When did you last eat? Daniel asked. Breakfast. At the group home. We ran right after lunch was served. You've been running all afternoon. We were scared. Didn't know where to go, hidden parks, behind buildings. Then we saw the hospital, thought we could hide in the waiting room. Then we saw you, Lily said. Alone. Sad like us, Sophie added. And we thought maybe you'd help. Emma finished. Daniel ran his hand through his hair. I'm not a hero. I'm just a guy who can't even open his own test results. What are the results for? Emma asked. Cancer screening. My wife died of pancreatic cancer. Doctor thinks I might have it too. All 3 girls went quiet. Are you scared? Lily asked, terrified. Us too, Sophie said. Of what? Being alone. Being separated. never seeing each other again. Daniel understood that fear intimately. Okay, here's what happens. You sleep here tonight. Guest room has a double bed. You'll have to share. Tomorrow morning, we figure out next steps. You're not calling Mrs. Patterson? Emma asked. Not tonight. Tonight you're safe. Tomorrow we talk to lawyers, figure out legal options. What if there aren't any? Lily asked. Then we make some. The girls looked at each other, then at Daniel. Thank you, all three whispered. That night, Daniel showed them the guest room, bathrooms down the hall, towels in the closet. If you need anything, I'm across the hall. Mr. Carter? Emma said. Daniel? Call me Daniel. Daniel, why are you really doing this? He thought about it because 2 years ago my wife died and everyone told me, move on, get over it, live my life. But nobody understood that I couldn't. That part of me died with her. He looked at three faces. You three understand that you lost everything, and now they want to take the only thing you have left, each other. I can't let that happen. Even though we're strangers, Lily asked. Even though, will we ever see you again after tomorrow? Sophie asked. I don't know, but for tonight, you're safe. That's enough. The girls hugged him, all three at once. Daniel froze. He hadn't been hugged in 2 years. Then, slowly, he hugged them back. When he closed the door, he heard them whispering. He's nice. He's sad like us. Maybe he needs us, too. Daniel went to his room, sat on his bed, looked at the folder he'd brought from the hospital, still unopened. He took a breath, opened it. Read the results. His hands started shaking. Positive. Pancreatic cancer. Stage 2. Same thing that killed Rebecca. Looked at the ceiling. Tomorrow, he'd have to tell the girls. Tomorrow, he'd have to figure out what to do with them. Tomorrow, everything would change. But tonight, for the first time in 2 years, his house didn't feel empty. Morning came too fast. Daniel made breakfast. Pancakes, bacon, the works. The girls appeared, hair messy, eyes cautious. Did you sleep? Daniel asked a little, Emma said, worried. Very. Me too. They ate in silence. Then Daniel said, I need to tell you something about my test results. All three looked up. I have cancer, pancreatic, stage 2. The girls went pale. Are you going to die? Lily whispered. I don't know. Probably eventually, but not today. What does this mean? Sophie asked. It means my life just got complicated, and bringing you three into it makes it more complicated. We can leave, Emma said quickly. We don't want to be a burden. You're not a burden. You are just complicated. What are we going to do? Lily asked. Daniel took a breath. I called a lawyer, friend of mine, family law specialist. She's coming over this morning. We're going to explore options. What options? Sophie asked. Fostering, adoption, legal guardianship, something. But you're sick, Emma said. Yes, they won't let a sick person adopt us. Probably not, but we try anyway. An hour later, the doorbell rang. Amanda Preston, lawyer, sharp, kind. Daniel let her in. She saw the girls, raised an eyebrow. Daniel, when you said you had a situation, I didn't expect this. They sat in the living room. Amanda listened to the whole story. The hospital, the lie, the social worker, the girl's situation. When they finished, Amanda was quiet. Then she said, Daniel, you kidnapped 3 children. I know you lied to a social worker. I know you could go to jail. I know, but you did anyway. I did. Amanda looked at the girls and you 3. You manipulated a stranger into lying for you. We were desperate, Emma said. We didn't want to be separated, Lily added. We're sorry. Sophie finished. Amanda sighed. Okay, here's the situation. Legally, you're in serious trouble, but morally, I understand the system isn't perfect. Separating siblings is sometimes necessary, but it's always traumatic. Can we fix this? Daniel asked. Maybe. First, you need to call Riverside Group home. Tell them the girls are safe, that you're a concerned citizen who's ensuring their welfare. They'll send the police. Not if we do this right. You explain you're a lawyer's client, that you're exploring legal options for keeping the girls together, that you'll bring them back if no solution is found. Will that work? It'll buy us time, maybe a week, maybe 2, and then we file for emergency foster care with intent to adopt. I have cancer. I know that complicates things, but not impossible. You're stable, employed, clean record. It's not ideal, but it's a chance. What are the odds? Emma asked. Amanda looked at her. This smart 7-year-old asking adult questions. Honestly, 30%, maybe less. The system prefers healthy parents, 2-parent households. Daniel is single and sick. But there's a chance, Lily asked. There's always a chance. Then we try, Sophie said. Daniel looked at 3 faces, determined, brave. Okay, we try. Amanda made the call. Mrs. Patterson at Riverside Group Home answered on the second ring. This is Amanda Preston, attorney at law. I'm calling on behalf of my client, Daniel Carter, who currently has Emma, Lily, and Sophie Hayes in his temporary care. Silence on the other end. Then, those girls ran away yesterday. We've been searching everywhere. Where are they? They're safe, federal sheltered. And my client is exploring legal options for keeping them together. Keeping them together? They have families waiting. 3 separate families in 3 different cities. My client believes this violates the children's best interests. Your client is not a social worker. He has no say. He has every say, as does the court. We'll be filing for emergency custody today. In the meantime, the girls remain in his care. That's not legal. It is if we file the paperwork within 24 hours, which we will. The girls are safe. You know where they are, and we'll see you in court, Mrs. Patterson. Amanda hung up. The girl stared. That was amazing, Emma breathed. That's my job, Amanda smiled. Now comes the hard part. Paperwork. Daniel took time off work, explained the situation. His boss was understanding. Cancer and emergency foster care. Daniel, take all the time you need. The girl stayed home from school. Temporary situation. They helped clean the house, organized rooms, made it look lived in. We need to show you can handle this, Amanda explained. That means clean house, organized schedule, proof of stability. Daniel did his best. He wasn't naturally organized. 2 years of bachelor life had made him sloppy, but the girls helped. Emma organized the kitchen. Lily tackled the living room. Sophie handled laundry. We're a team, Emma said. We do this together, Lily added. Or not at all. Sophie finished. Daniel watched 3 7-year-olds work with determination beyond their years. Trauma did that made kids grow up fast. On day 4, a home inspection happened. A social worker named Marcus Chun arrived at 10 a.m. Professional, thorough, fair. He walked through every room, checked smoke detectors, inspected bedrooms. The girls sleep together? He asked. They prefer it, Daniel said. They've never been apart. Marcus nodded, made notes. He interviewed the girls separately. Do you feel safe here? He asked Emma. Very safe. Does Mr. Carter treat you well? He treats us like we matter, like we're not a burden. Do you want to stay here? More than anything, he asked Lily the same questions, got similar answers. Then Sophie, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? Marcus asked her here with my sisters with Daniel. Even though he's sick, especially because he's sick, he understands loss. He gets us. Marcus finished his inspection, sat down with Daniel. Mr. Carter, I'll be honest, your situation is not ideal. Single father, recent cancer diagnosis, no prior parenting experience. Daniel's heart sank. But Marcus continued. Those girls adore you. This house, while not perfect, shows effort, and your intentions seem genuine. They are. I'm recommending temporary placement. 90 days. See how it goes. If things remain stable, we revisit permanent options. Thank you, Daniel breathed. Don't thank me yet. 90 days is just the beginning. The real work starts now. The 90-day trial period began officially on a Monday. Daniel enrolled the girls in school. Lincoln Elementary, 3rd grade. The first day was chaos. I don't have the right backpack, Emma worried. My shoes are wrong, Lily fretted. Everyone will know we're foster kids, Sophie said quietly. Daniel knelt down, looked at 3 anxious faces. You're not foster kids, you're my kids. Temporarily, officially, whatever. But mine, and anyone who has a problem with that can talk to me. The girl smiled. He drove them to school, walked them to class. The teacher, Mrs. Rodriguez, was kind. You must be Mr. Carter, and these are the triplets I've heard about. Emma, Lily, and Sophie. Welcome, girls. We're happy to have you. That first day was rough. Emma came home crying. Everyone asked where our parents are. Lily was quiet. I don't fit in. Sophie just hugged Daniel and didn't let go. Tomorrow will be better, Daniel promised. It wasn't, not the next day or the next. But slowly, over weeks, it got easier. The girls made friends. Teachers learned their names. They started bringing home artwork, test scores, stories, normal kid things. At home, they established routines. Dinner at 6, homework at 7, bedtime at 9. Daniel learned to cook. Sort of. Pasta was a specialty. The girls learned to help. Setting table, washing dishes, folding laundry. We're team became their motto. 6 weeks into the trial period, Daniel had his first cancer treatment. Chemotherapy, weekly sessions. Didn't want them worried, but kids notice everything. Losing hair, Emma said. One morning, Daniel touched his head. She was right. It's the treatment. It'll grow back. Does it hurt? Lily asked. Sometimes, but I'm okay. We can help, Sophie offered. What do you need? Just you 3 being you. That's enough. Sophie just sat with him. Quiet company. You took care of us. Now we take care of you. That's not how this works. Yes, it is, Lily said firmly. That's what families do. At week 8, Marcus Chun returned for a check-in. He interviewed the girls again, inspected the house, reviewed school records, then sat down with Daniel. How are you feeling? Honestly, tired. The treatments are rough, but managing. And the girls, they're amazing. Better than I could have hoped. School reports are good. Teachers say they're adjusting well, making friends, participating. They're resilient. They are, but they've also found stability. That matters. Carter, I'm recommending we extend temporary placement to 6 months with an eye toward permanent adoption if things continue positively. Daniel couldn't speak. 6 months? He finally managed. 6 months. And then we reassess. But between you and me, I think you're doing great. Those girls are lucky to have you. I'm lucky to have them. That night, Daniel told the girls the news. 6 more months, Emma said. That's amazing. But what happens after 6 months? Lily asked. If things go well, permanent adoption, Daniel said. Forever. Sophie breathed. Forever. All 3 girls tackled him, hugging, crying, laughing. We're going to be a real family, Emma sobbed. We already are, Daniel said. This just makes it official. Month 4 brought new challenges. Daniel's cancer treatment intensified. More chemo, stronger doses, worse side effects. He tried to keep up appearances. Failed. The girls found him one morning, too weak to get out of bed. Dad. Emma shook him gently. They called him Dad now. I'm okay, just need a minute. Mrs. Chun was their neighbor, retired nurse. She'd been helping. She arrived within minutes. Daniel, you need to be honest with these girls. They're scared. I don't want them worried. They're already worried. Be honest. That's what they need. Daniel sat up, looked at 3 terrified faces. You're right. I'm not okay. The treatment is rough. My body is fighting the cancer and the medicine. Some days are really hard. Are you going to die? Sophie asked quietly. Not today, not tomorrow. But yes, someday we all do. But I'm fighting for you 3. For us. What can we do? Emma asked. Be patient with me. Help when you can. And know that even on bad days, I love you. We love you too, all 3 said together. From that day forward, they were a true team. On Daniel's bad days, the girls took over. Emma cooked simple meals. Lily handled laundry. Sophie managed homework schedules. Mrs. Chin checked in daily. Those girls are remarkable, she told Daniel one afternoon. They are. You're doing something right. I'm just trying not to mess them up too badly. Daniel, you gave them stability, love, a home. That's not messing up. That's saving them. Month 5. Daniel got good news. The treatment was working. Tumors shrinking, prognosis improving. You're responding better than expected, his oncologist said. Keep doing whatever you're doing. I have 3 reasons to keep fighting, Daniel replied. Well, it's working. We're upgrading your prognosis, stage 2 to stage 1. If this continues, we might even talk about remission. Daniel cried in the parking lot. Relief, gratitude, hope. He drove home. The girls were waiting. Homework spread across the kitchen table. Dad, how was the appointment? Emma asked. Good news. Really good news. The cancer is shrinking. All 3 jumped up, screaming, hugging. You're going to be okay, Lily asked. I'm going to fight like hell to be okay. Language. Sophie giggled. Sorry. Fight like heck. That night, they celebrated pizza, ice cream, a movie, normal family things. And Daniel realized something. He was happy. Actually, genuinely happy. For the first time since Rebecca died. Month 6 arrived too fast. The final evaluation. Marcus Chin returned with Mrs. Patterson from Riverside and a family court judge, Judge Martinez. They sat in Daniel's living room. Mr. Carter, Judge Martinez began. We're here to make a final determination regarding Emma, Lily, and Sophie Hayes. Daniel's heart pounded. We've reviewed all reports, medical records, school performance, home inspections, interviews. She paused. This is highly unusual. A single father with cancer adopting triplets. Most would say it's not ideal. Daniel's heart sank, but she continued. Sometimes ideal isn't what matters. Sometimes what matters is love, commitment, and results. She looked at the girls. You 3, are you happy here? Very happy, Emma said. Do you want Mr. Carter to be your permanent father? More than anything, Lily replied, even knowing he's sick. He's getting better, Sophie said firmly. And even if he wasn't, we'd still want him. He's ours. Judge Martinez smiled. Mr. Carter, your medical reports show significant improvement. Stage 1, cancer. Good prognosis. Your home is stable. The girls are thriving. School reports are excellent. She paused. I'm granting permanent adoption. Effective immediately. The room exploded. The girls screamed, jumped, hugged Daniel, hugged each other. Daniel couldn't speak, just cried. Marcus Chin smiled. Congratulations. Even Mrs. Patterson looked pleased. You proved me wrong, Mr. Carter. I'm glad. Judge Martinez stood. This family was built from unusual circumstances, but it's a family nonetheless. Cherish it. After everyone left, Daniel sat with his 3 daughters. His daughters. Lily asked. Forever, Daniel confirmed. No one can take us away. Sophie wanted to be sure. No one. You're mine. I'm yours. We're family. They sat together. Quiet content. And Daniel thought about that day. 6 months ago. Hospital waiting room. 3 desperate girls. One whispered request. Pretend you're our father. He pretended for an afternoon. Now it was real forever. 1 year after the adoption, life had found its rhythm. Daniel's cancer was in remission. The girls were 8, thriving, happy. They had grown close as biological family. Maybe closer because they'd chosen each other. Emma was the organizer. Lists, schedules, plans. Lily was the creative art. Stories, imagination. Sophie was the caretaker. Checking on Daniel, making sure everyone was okay. Together, they balanced each other perfectly. Dad, we want to talk to you, Emma said one evening. About what? The 3 sat down. Serious faces. About Mom, your wife, Rebecca? Daniel's chest tightened. What about her? We want to know about her, Lily said. If that's okay. We don't want to replace her, Sophie added quickly. But we want to know who she was. Daniel hadn't talked about Rebecca in months. The pain had dulled, but it was still there. What do you want to know? Everything, Emma said. So Daniel told them about meeting Rebecca in college. How she made him laugh, about their wedding. Small, simple, perfect. About her diagnosis, the fight, the loss. She sounds wonderful, Lily said when he finished. She was. Do you think she'd approve of us? Sophie asked quietly. Daniel pulled all 3 close. I know she would. She always wanted kids. We tried for years. It never happened. She would have loved you 3. We think so too. Lily smiled. That conversation opened something. Daniel started talking about Rebecca more. Not with pain, with memory, with love. The girls listened, asked questions, kept her memory alive. And Daniel realized he could love Rebecca's memory and love his daughters. Both were possible. 2 years post-adoption, Daniel was declared cancer-free. Remission, complete miracle patient. His doctor said, Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I have 3 reasons to stay healthy, Daniel replied. The girls were 9, 4th grade, smart, confident, kind. They'd grown into themselves. Emma wanted to be a lawyer like Amanda. Lily wanted to be an artist. Sophie wanted to be a nurse like Mrs. Chun. You can be anything you want, Daniel told them constantly. We know, Emma said, because you never stop believing in us. That year, they visited Rebecca's grave together. First time Daniel had brought anyone. Girls, this is Rebecca. Rebecca, these are my daughters, Emma, Lily, and Sophie. The girls placed flowers, stood quietly. Thank you for sharing him with us, Emma whispered. We promised to take care of him, Lily added. The way he takes care of us. Sophie finished. Daniel cried, but they were good tears, healing tears. 3 years post-adoption, Daniel got a call from Marcus Chun. Daniel, I have a situation. 3 siblings, ages 5, 6, and 7. Parents died in a fire. No family. System wants to separate them. Daniel's heart stopped. And you're calling me because you've been there. You know what it's like, and I thought maybe you could talk to them, give them hope. Daniel went to Riverside Group Home, same place the girls had run from. Met 3 scared kids, 2 boys, 1 girl. I'm Daniel Carter. He introduced himself. One afternoon turned into forever. The kids listened, eyes wide. Are you saying we'll be okay? The oldest boy asked. I'm saying there's hope. There are people who will fight for you. You just have to be brave enough to ask for help. What if no one helps? The girl whispered. Then you keep asking. You don't give up because somewhere out there, someone is waiting to be your family. He left his number with Marcus. If they need anything, call me. 2 weeks later, Marcus called. They found family. Couple in their 40s, no kids, willing to take all 3. That's amazing. They asked about you. Wanted me tell you thank you for giving them hope. Daniel smiled. Tell them to pay it forward. For years post-adoption, Emma, Lily, and Sophie turn 11, middle school. New challenges, hormones, drama, friendship issues. Nobody does. She laughed. You just love them through it. The girls started asking harder questions about their biological parents, about what happened that night, about why they survived and their parents didn't. Daniel didn't have answers. Life isn't fair, he said. Bad things happen to good people, but you 3 survived and you found each other and me. That has to mean something. Like what? Emma asked. Like you're meant for something special. All 3 of you. We're just normal kids, Lily said. Normal kids who survived the impossible, who stayed together against all odds, who built a family from nothing. That's not normal. That's extraordinary. Sophie hugged him. You're extraordinary too. I just got lucky. 3 girls chose me. We chose each other. Emma corrected. All 4 of us. 5 years post-adoption, Daniel got unexpected news. Amanda called. Daniel, remember Mrs. Patterson from Riverside? Of course. She's retiring and she recommended you for the board. What board? Foster Care Advisory Board. They need people with real experience. People who understand the system from both sides. I don't know anything about policy, about keeping families together. That's more valuable than policy. Daniel accepted, started attending meetings, advocating for sibling placement, for flexible adoption criteria, for seeing potential over perfection. My daughters were separated from their parents by tragedy, he told the board. But they didn't have to be separated from each other. That should be our priority, keeping siblings together. His voice mattered. Policies started changing. More sibling groups placed together. More flexible criteria for adoptive parents. You are making a difference, Marcus told him. I'm just trying to make sure other kids don't go through what mine did. 6 years post-adoption, the girls turned 12, about to start 7th grade. Growing up fast, too fast. Dad, can we talk about something? Emma asked one night. Always. We want to change our last name. Daniel's heart stopped. To what? To Carter. We want to be Emma, Lily, and Sophie Carter, officially. You're already Carters. The adoption legally, yes, but our birth certificates still say Hayes. We want them to say Carter. You want to erase your parents? No, Lily said quickly. We'll always be Hayes, too. But we're also Carters. We want both. We want people to know we're yours," Sophie finished. Daniel couldn't speak. "Is that okay?" Emma asked. "It's more than okay. It's an honor." They filed the paperwork. 3 months later, new birth certificates arrived. Emma Hayes Carter, Lily Hayes Carter, Sophie Hayes Carter. "We're honoring both families," Emma explained. "The one we lost and the one we found." "That's perfect," Daniel said. 7 years post-adoption brought new challenges. The girls were 13. Teenagers, moods, attitudes, independence. "I don't understand you anymore," Daniel yelled one night after a fight with Emma. "You never understood me," she yelled back, slammed her door. Daniel stood in the hallway, helpless. Mrs. Chin appeared. She basically lived there now. "That's parenting teenagers. You did something wrong, and you don't know what. How do I fix it?" "You apologize, even if you're not sure what for." Daniel knocked on Emma's door. "Go away." "I'm sorry." Silence. "I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry. I love you, and I'm trying my best." The door opened. Emma's eyes were red. "You didn't do anything wrong. I'm just frustrated about everything. School, friends, life. Want to talk about it?" "Not really, but thanks for apologizing anyway." "I'll always apologize, even when I'm not sure why." She smiled. "That's probably smart." Lily had her own struggles. Art wasn't just a hobby anymore. It was her identity, but she wasn't sure she was good enough. "What if I'm not talented?" she asked Daniel. "You are, but what if I'm not? What if I'm just okay?" "Then you're okay, but you keep trying because you love it. That's not a plan. Sometimes love is the only plan you need." Sophie struggled with something different. Anxiety about Daniel's health, about losing him. "What if the cancer comes back?" she asked one night. "It might." "What if you die?" "I will someday." "We all do. But what if it's soon?" Daniel pulled her close. "Then you'll have Emma and Lily and Mrs. Chun and Amanda and the whole community. You won't be alone, but I'll be without you." "Yes, and that will hurt. But you'll survive because you're strong. All 3 of you. I don't feel strong. You are. You survived losing your parents. You'll survive losing me if it comes to that. I don't want to." "I know. Me neither." 8 years post-adoption, the girls turned 14. Freshman year of high school. New pressures. But they handled it together. Emma joined debate team. Lily joined art club. Sophie joined peer counseling. They made friends, dated occasionally, lived normal teenage lives. Daniel watched from the sidelines, proud, terrified, amazed. "They don't need me anymore," he told Mrs. Chin one night. "Of course they do. Just differently. They're so independent." That's good parenting. You raise them to not need you, but they'll always want you. Daniel hoped she was right. 9 years post-adoption, Daniel got a call from his oncologist. Routine skin showed something. "I need you to come in." Daniel's world tilted. "Is it back?" "We need more tests." He didn't tell the girls. Not yet. Went for tests alone. Waited for results. When he got the call, he was in his car. "Daniel, it's not cancer." "What?" "Benign. Just scar tissue." "You're still in remission." Daniel cried. Relief. Gratitude. Life. That night, he told the girls. "I had a scare. Cancer scare. But I'm okay. Still in remission." "Why didn't you tell us?" Emma asked. "I didn't want to worry you, Dad. We're a family. We worry together." "You're right." "I'm sorry. No more secrets. Promise. Promise." 10 years after that hospital waiting room, Daniel sat in the audience. High school graduation. Emma, Lily, and Sophie, all three together, graduating with honors. Emma gave a speech. Over 10 years ago, my sisters and I lost our parents in a car accident. 3 months after that tragedy, facing separation to different families, we ran. We hid in a hospital waiting room, terrified and alone. She looked at Daniel. Then we met a man who was also sitting alone, also terrified, also grieving. He helped us that day and every day since. She paused, emotional. Dad, you taught us that family isn't about perfection. It's about showing up, trying, loving through the hard parts. Thank you for choosing us, for fighting for us, for being ours. The audience applauded. Daniel cried. After the ceremony, they took photos. 4 people, 1 family, built from desperation, strengthened by love, proven by time. Remember that day? Emma asked. At the hospital. Every day, Daniel said. We were so scared, Lily added. So was I, Daniel admitted. But we found each other. Sophie smiled. Best day of my life, Daniel said. Ours too. They hugged, all 4 together. And Daniel Carter, who'd once sat alone in a hospital waiting room, waiting for test results that terrified him, understood something fundamental. Life doesn't give you what you expect. It gives you what you need. He needed 3 girls who were brave enough to ask for help. They needed a man who was brave enough to say yes. Together, they'd built something extraordinary. A family. Not perfect, not easy, but real. And that was more than enough. That night, they celebrated at their favorite restaurant, the same table where they had celebrated so many milestones before. What's next? Emma asked. College applications already started. Lily grinned. We as less than Unc is greater than'll stay together, right? Sophie asked. Same city at least. We've never been apart, Emma said. Not starting now. Daniel watched them plan, dream, hope. 3 girls who'd once had nothing. Now they had everything. Each other, him, a future. Dad, you're okay. Lily noticed his tears. Just proud. So incredibly proud of us, Sophie asked. Of all of us, for finding each other, for never giving up, for becoming exactly who we were meant to be. Emma raised her glass to 10 years. To family, Lily added. To second chances, Sophie finished. To us, Daniel said. They clink glasses for people who'd started as strangers, who'd become family through courage, desperation, and love. And Daniel realized one final truth. The hospital waiting room hadn't been the end of a story. It had been the beginning. The moment 3 girls whispered one desperate request and changed 5 lives forever. If this story touched your heart the way it touched mine, please don't let it end here. Let it remind you, kindness still matters. Compassion still changes lives, and hope is never wasted. Subscribe and be part of our Heart Echo Stories family, where every voice finds its reflection, and every story reminds us that light always finds its way back. And if this moment moved you, share it, because sometimes sharing hope is the kindest thing we can do.